Welcome back to Rick's Cards, episode number 60 of another TTM adventure. TTM meaning through the mail, where we send our cards and photographs to our favorite sports celebrities, and hopefully they send them back with an autograph. And when they do, we report it to you. So without further ado, let's get right into it because we've got a big show. And before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button, sub if you haven't already, comment, and tell your friends about me. And if you've got some friends that are interested in sports cards or just plain autographs, let them know that what we're doing here. Okay, first off, we got a failure. Hate to say it, but we do. Anybody know of a new address from Mr. Mike Lieberthal? This one came back with the dreaded yellow tag, and that's the address I had. That was Westlake Village, California, I believe it was. So let me... Yeah, Westlake Village, California. That one didn't work, so if you got a new one, let me know. Our first success is coming out of St. Louis, Missouri. See if I can get that camera to get away from that shadow here a little bit. Okay. And it is a 2 of 2. It took 15 days, and it is from Mr. Joe Buck. Mr. Buck, I sent him a autograph card of a baseball and a football. And he didn't sign that side, but he did sign the other side. Mr. Joe Buck. So I believe I'm going to send those back to him and ask him to sign the other side. I got him a long time ago with a St. Louis Cardinal stadium card he signed for me. So I think we'll do it that way for him and kind of guide him through it. So thank you, Mr. Joe Buck, for your autograph. Our next one coming out of Columbus, Ohio. It is a 4 of 4, took 10 days, and it is from Mr. Fred Sherman. Mr. Sherman signed this 72 tops, and he also signed another 72 tops for me. I'm really building that collection up at 72. Anybody interested in a blind trade with 72s, I would be interested. I'm really coming up on that set pretty good. He also signed 271 tops for me. So we've got some trading material. So please get in touch with me and let's see what we can do. Our next one coming out of Oakland, California. It is a 6 of 6. It took 9 days, and it is from Steve Bry. Mr. Bry signed a bunch of rookie cards for me. He signed these 71s, 2 of them. Mr. Cotton Nash does not sign, so that card's pretty much done. And then he signed 2 72s for me. Bob Gebhardt does sign, so we'll send out to him, or Gebhardt, I should say. Mr. Hal Haydell does not sign. If anybody's got addresses for those 2 guys that I said doesn't sign, let me know. And so we send it out to Bob, and that'll finish that card with Mr. Steve Braun on it. Thank you, Mr. Braun, for your autograph. He also signed, I didn't see here, okay, signed 2 of the index cards. So thank you, Mr. Steve Braun, for your autograph, sir. Coming up next, out of Tampa, Florida. This one took 197 days. It's a 4 of 4. And it is from Mr. Dick Bosman. He signed this 77 tops and another 77 tops for me. Come out pretty good. And he also signed 2 index cards. One's saying, looks like, I'm not quite sure what he's got here, 69 ALER champ. And I'm not sure what that says. If you can read it, let me know. It could be ERA again, champ or whatever. NL from 1974. That's probably it. National League champs, 74. So thank you, Mr. Dick Bosman. It took a while, but it was worth the wait. Thank you, sir, for your autograph. Coming up next, one that only took 13 days, out of Spokane, Washington. It is a 5 of 5, and it is from Mr. Dave Campbell. Mr. Campbell signed 2 71s for me. Top 71s. I believe he's the announcer maybe for the Padres now. I'm not sure. And he signed a 72 tops for me. I can get the glare out of there. And he signed 2 index cards. We just send the index cards in to protect the cards, and when they sign them, it's kind of a bonus, a little icing on the cake for us. So thank you. Appreciate it when they sign those index cards. They're going above and beyond. Our next one, coming out of San Francisco, California. Shout out to Willie Mays, who just had his 91st birthday. And this is an old one because it's got a Yogi Berra stamp that I haven't sent for a while. It took 79 days, and it is a 1-of-1 from Jake McGee. He signed this Heritage Rookie card, 2011 tops. And yeah, it took a while, 79 days. So thank you, Mr. Jake McGee, for your autograph, sir. Coming up next, out of Sacramento, California, it's a 3-of-3, and it is from Gary Renicky. Mr. Renicky took 12 days to sign this 84 tops. And he signed also 2 84 tops for me. So thank you, Mr. Gary Renicky, for your autograph. Let's see. No, okay. Coming up next, we got a football return out of San Diego, California. It's a 3-of-3, and it took 10 days, and it is from Mr. Billy Ray Smith. He signed 2 of these 90 Fleers, linebacker from the Chargers back then in 90. And he also signed the index card vertically. Football players, gotta love them. Thank you, Mr. Billy Ray Smith. Again, it took 10 days. Coming up next, this one, you can see his return address. Everybody's been getting him back now, so he must be catching up on his mail. Out of North Houston, Texas. It's a 5-of-5, and it took 109 days. And it's Mr. John Matlack. I sent him a while back, and notice I didn't have any Mets returns from him. So we got this, what does this say? 78 tops. And he also signed 2 80 tops. And he signed the 72 rookie card. Those other 2 got Buzz Capper, I believe, signs, but Leroy Stanton has since passed away, so we can get one more on that. And he also signed the Senior League card, the Topps TM Senior League card. So thank you, Mr. John Matlack. Again, it took 109 days. Coming up next, we have a movie star. And recently on Better Call Saul, he was in quite a few other cop shows. This is coming out of Santa Clarita. He was in Breaking Bad, and he's just a favorite actor of mine. And it is Mr. Jonathan Banks. Mr. Banks signed to Rick's grandsons, Jonathan Banks. I always ask these people to sign for my grandsons, which I'm doing. I'm collecting for the grandsons to eventually give them to them, all these autographs. He also signed another one to Rick's grandsons. So he definitely took me literally. And here, I'm not sure what cop show this was. I want to say SUV or something like that, or you probably know if you've seen him. But he looks a lot younger back then, doesn't he? There he is shooting somebody. And again, he signed it to Rick's grandsons. And I really appreciate that. I thank you, Mr. Banks, for your autograph. Okay, coming up next, we got a pay-per-view. Phoenix, Arizona. This one came out of a 2-of-2. Took 11 days. And it is Mr. Bert Campaneris. Charges $5 a pop. And we sent him this 72 tops. And also this 90 Senior League card. Shout out to me, who's collecting these. And I believe Johnny Serena also. And Media Marauder. We kind of have a soft spot for these Senior League cards. So thank you, Mr. Bert Campaneris. Again, that took 11 days. Coming up next, another football return out of Seattle, Washington. I sent him one of these like police cards a long time ago and got it signed. Then I found some cards, a card of his, I should say. This is a 2 of 2, took 10 days. It is Mr. Jim Zorn. Signed this 82 Topps for me in action card. And he also signed the blank football card. So thank you, Mr. Jim Zorn, for your autograph, sir. That took 10 days. Coming up next, out of Carroll Stream, Illinois, it's a 4 of 4, and it is from Dan Schatzeder. This took 10 days. He signed this 81 Topps. He signed a second 81 Topps. Again, just a reminder, I will do a blind trade. So if you see some of these and I've got doubles, I got no problem trading them. So especially if there's something I need out there that you have, please let me know. He also signed a 79 Topps twice. So very good signature on this one. This one I really wanted. I thought it would pop with a white background and on the Montreal Expos. Thank you, Mr. Schatzeder, for your autograph. Coming up next, and for these next two, I'm going to say just one thing. Que pasa, man? This guy helped me out by sending me some customs that he made. This first one's coming out of, it's a 2 of 3 from Mr. Frank Thomas, the original Frank Thomas. And this is coming out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And my shout out goes to, geez, if I can find him here, Mr. Melendez. And this is one of his customs that I sent to Mr. Thomas to sign, which come out beautiful. And he really does a good job on these customs. And also, this is Mr. Frank Thomas's card. He's got all of his stats on the back here. And everybody knows Mr. Thomas is a very good signer. And he didn't sign my blank index card for some reason, or blank card. He did send me a very long letter talking about his career. And as you can see, he hand printed it down there and even continued it onto the back. So Mr. Frank Thomas, he loves to get fan mail. He was on a video of Mr. Mendez a while back, and that's, I just had to send him something because it just sounds like he appreciates us sending requests for his autograph. So that's his business card, and I thank you, Mr. Frank Thomas, and Melendez. Well, I can't get your name right now. I'll get it later. Thank you. And again, que pasa, man? He also come up with, out of St. Louis, Missouri. I sent another one of his customs. It's a 2 of 2. Took 11 days. And I just am in love with this one. I think this is the best one he's ever made. But then again, I'm a Cardinal fan. So, Mr. Whitey Herzog. Look at how beautiful that custom photograph came out. And then the autograph was perfect where Mr. Herzog signed it. And then he also did a player custom of Mr. Herzog, come out even just as well. So thank you, Mr. Whitey Herzog, for your autograph, and Mr. Melendez for your customs that you sent me. And that's going to do it for today, folks. I appreciate you watching. I know there's a lot of channels out there that you can check out, and I really appreciate you taking the time to look at mine. So please like, sub, comment, and let me know. Tell your friends. Let me know what you think of the channel and what we got today. What was your favorite return we got? Until then, always hustle. You never know who's watching. Bye.